from Wolfpack Stadium on the campus of Cosumnes Oaks High School in Elk Grove, California. Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local high school sports excellence, is proud to present the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Les Schwab Tires Division 5 Football Championship Game. This afternoon in the section finals, your number 5 seed Colfax Falcons take on the number 6 seed Bear River Bruins. Today we will crown a new champion in Division 5 football, and all the action begins right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Bear River Bruins and the Colfax Falcons make a return trip to the section finals for a rematch of their 2014 title game to see who will be this year's champion. Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to the Division 5 championship game. This is Marty Mortensen, the voice of Touchdown Production, and joining me this afternoon making his own championship appearance is Pat Austin. Our executive producer and camera operator is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and we are all set to bring you this final football telecast from Cosumnes Oaks High School, the site of this year's section finals. Pat, welcome to this championship football game.
Hey, thanks, Marty, and what a great game this is going to be. It was only 37 days ago these two teams matched up at J. David Ramsey Stadium for their annual PVL contest. In that game, the Falcons were flying high as they defeated their crosstown rivals 31-14. The Falcons were led by Ryan Heinman, who was 15 for 23 and 253 yards and 4 touchdowns. And running back Mason Aarons was our player of the game that night and had 37 carries for 254 yards.
Yeah, that's so true. And for the Bruins, it was a loss they would not soon forget in this storied rivalry. And they have had to scramble to make the playoffs. But since then, they have knocked out the higher seed teams each week to get this berth in the championship game. And then there is the 2014 championship game won by Bear River, so Colfax will be looking to even that score this afternoon.
It is also a big game for Coach Tony Martello, who will be looking for his 200th career coaching victory, a feat already accomplished by his counterpart, Bear River coach Terry Logue.
And, of course, the obvious fact is that these two teams are part of a 4-team PVL championship day here in the finals as the Placer-Hillman take on the Center Cougars in the Division 4 championship game right after this game. And Paul Brown and David Klein will bring you all that action as well, and you can hear it here on the Touchdown Productions Network.
Something else that is special is the fact that 3 of the 4 PVL teams today are all from small towns, Marty. Joe Davidson from the Sac B wrote an excellent piece this week on how small town football is a bit different than the big city and how the activities of the high school dominate the culture and are a great source of pride for the towns of Colfax, Bear River, and Auburn.
So we are finally here after 13 weeks of football at this championship game, and no one would have guessed that this matchup here this afternoon would be between the Colfax Falcons and the Bear River Bruins for the Division 5 title. Well, it's time for us to step aside for 30 seconds, and when we return, we'll have the Are You Outside pregame show where we will take a look at the playoff grids to see how each team got here and analyze the strength and weakness of both teams. Then we'll get ready for the kickoff as the final game of the season, and I have to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 championship game on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is underwritten by Auburn Toyota. Auburn Toyota on the Grass Valley Highway in Auburn. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
All right, now it's time for the Are You Outside pregame show as we got to sit here and talk about this Division 5 football playoff brackets here in this championship round. But so far we started out with 8 teams: Sonora, Highlands, Orristimba, Colfax, Capital Christian, Bear River, and Calaveras and Ripon. Well, the first round showed that Sonora, number 1 seed, came out on top, and then Colfax pulls an upset over the number 4 team, Orristimba, and so Sonora and Colfax meet. And then Bear River pulls an upset, 26-7 over Capital Christian, and Ripon then comes out on top over Calaveras with a big win. So then moving into the next week, number 1 Sonora went up against number 5 Colfax, and well, you know how that turned out because Colfax is here this afternoon. Very exciting game, 56-55, as Sonora went for two with no time on the clock after they scored a touchdown and didn't make it. So Colfax advances. Bear River comes out on top in a big defensive game between Bear River and Ripon, 14-7. So that brings Bear River into this championship game today. And that's where we stand here at Cosumnes Oaks High School in Elk Grove, California. And now why don't we go, Pat, and talk about Division 4 playoff.
Division 4 has Placer and Center in the championship. Placer has made it look easy through these playoffs, just putting up huge points, and their defense has just come around, stopping anything that comes at them. Placer, the number 1 seed, has taken out Natomas 53-6. They then took out Woodland 35-6, and they go on to play Center in the championship. Center has had a pretty close matchup against other teams. They beat seed 6 Dixon 34-14, and then went on to play Casa Roble and won by a point, 26-25. All exciting football for these teams.
Well, that's a good breakdown. You can see the brackets there and how the teams have progressed throughout the championship. So with that, we'll pause here and wait for the kickoff, and we'll be right back after this short message.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by Placer Title Company, with offices in Auburn and in Grass Valley, and by Touchdown Productions, your leader in sports television since 1997.
Well, welcome back to Wolfpack Stadium here in Elk Grove, California. Marty Mortensen along with Pat Austin, Gil Dominguez, bringing you all this exciting action. And Pat, both of these teams got here into the playoffs in very different manners. The Colfax Falcons put up some high-scoring games, one going away and down to some exciting finishes, and Bear River won theirs on defense. So we're about all set for the kickoff. It looks like Bear River will be kicking off to Colfax to start this game. So we're about ready for this exciting start of this championship Division 5 playoff game. So Bond will set the ball up on the 40-yard line. See if they're going to give him the okay to kick it into the end zone. Let's see. He may be pooch kicking it with the tough running backs back in the back to receive this kickoff. So here's the kick, and it's going to be a short kick taken at the 15-yard line with the ball, and coming up the sideline, got some room, but Pratt comes in and makes a stop. That was number 10 for the Falcons. That was Colton Reeves. So picks up 15 yards, gets it out to the 35-yard line. The Falcons will take over on their own 36. And let's see if they've got their high-scoring suits on today like they did in the last game, 56-55. Big victory to get here to this championship. So here come the Falcons. Handoff and stopping him cold. That is Jarrett Bays.
That defense was ready for Mason Aarons. Everyone knew who was going to get the ball on the first play today. And they really need to pay attention to him because that's AstroTurf out there. He's even faster than usual.
So a loss of about 3.5 yards on that. Bear River's got a 5-man front. There's a pitch trying to break it to the outside, but coming up and making the stop is Bear River's defense. And Josh Zimmer, one of the first to hit him there with a short gain and almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So this looks like a passing play coming up here.
Yeah, Marty, right now they're just kind of testing the waters against this Bear River defense, which is stifling on letting up touchdowns. They're going to go every which way on this first drive to see what their weak point might be.
Oh, shotgun formation. Looking to pass, a big rush, the screen out to in the flat. It could be a lateral, and now it's going to be, let's see how they wave it. It's going to be may have been a forward pass, but Bear River was right on it. That was intended for Mason Aarons. So that'll be incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down and 11, and going back to receive the punt is Calder Cundy.
Hyman rushed that pass way too fast, threw it behind him, thankfully incomplete.
Good snap. They're almost blocked. They're calling for a fair catch and good field position as Cundy. Bear River will take it over on their own 41-yard line. Let's see if the Bruins can mount any kind of attack here against this staunch Colfax defense.
And today we'll be looking at a senior from Bear River, Baggett. He's passed for 1,228 yards this season, so we could see a little bit of passing today. They like to mix it up on rushing. They've got 3 big quarterbacks that they like to move around out there on offense.
All right, here come the hand off the base. First man through, still on his feet, still moving. He maybe picks up a yard or two. Not much there.
That was Bays on that run. He's averaging 6 yards a carry, so they really need to pay attention to him. He's big, so they're going to have to double up on him whenever it gets handed off.
Well, 2nd down and about 9 for the Bruins on their first offensive series of this afternoon. Calder and Moronic split out to both sides. Single back in the backfield. Now a shift into shotgun formation. In motion is Scott. Turns upfield, rolling out to his right. Pass complete to Scott for about 6 yards. Tackled immediately in there by number 18, and that is Jake Green, the junior, 175. Stopped that immediately.
Colfax defense was ready for that pass. They didn't give up too many yards. It's 3rd and long for them now.
So here come the Bruins on a 3rd down situation, and as a handoff to Moronic, cuts inside. He's got the 1st down and more, gets a couple of blocks, still on his feet, turning, twisting, still going, all the way down to the 32-yard line of the Colfax Falcons as Moronic puts on a clinic there, dragging tacklers down deep into Colfax territory.
Colfax wasn't ready for that run outside, and Moronic broke probably every defensive player out there.
So 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Rolling out, looking, stepping up. And he fumbles the ball, but recovered in there by, that is Bays.
That was a very nice play action fake, but the defense got around on his blind side really quick and forced a fumble.
That'll move the ball back about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 16.
This really helps Colfax out. They can play the pass a little more than expecting a running play.
Good thing Jared Bays, number 58, was right there as he was able to corral that ball. It was loose on the turf. In motion is Zimmer. Rolling out again to pass, looking for a block. He's got Moronic down the sideline. He cuts it back up the field, down into the 5. Touchdown, Bruins! What a great play in there by a rollout by Baggett as Moronic breaks to the sideline, picks that ball up, sidesteps a couple of tackles, and immediately the Bruins go up on a 2nd and 16 play. Wow.
Moronic had great vision on that pass. He was ready to run forward. He knew where those defensive players were, and he just dodged them, ran right into that end zone.
So Bond now looking for the PAT, puts the ball down, it's snapped, and it is good. And it's into the net on the other side of the track. So Bond's got his strong leg working today. So with timeout on the field, Bear River on their first possession scored the touchdown at 7-0 Bear River, and we'll be back right after this as we remind you you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football game here on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is underwritten tonight by SPD Markets. The Painter family reminds you to be local and shop local. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local sports television.
Well, welcome back. Bear River scores right away on their first possession. Bond will now set the ball up on the 40. And Reeves and let's see who else. And 10, it looks like, and 18, Green are back. That ball's going to be taken on the 5-yard line, coming up the sideline. Goes back a couple of, he's on his way, and he's down to the 35, and Bond's coming over and makes the stop, knocks him out of bounds. 30-yard line. This is one thing that Coach Savoy and Coach Logue were worried about, is if Bond can't get that ball in the end zone, it's going to be a lot of times the teams have been running back, some big run backs on them, so they take over on their Bear River 30-yard line.
Good thing the kicker, Alex Bone, was there to slow him down. That gave the chance to Bays to run up and tackle that runner before he got into the end zone on a kickoff return.
So there's a handoff. Ahrens sneaking through for big yardage there, and he close to the first down. Brought down in there by Zimmer.
Aaron's just taking his time, trying to read the play, see what the Bear River defense is going to change over to. Then he jukes a couple guys, pushes forward, gets even more yards. We'll have to see if he can get another 250-yard game on the ground.
Aaron single back in the backfield behind Hyman. And handoff again up the middle and stopped in there by Cundy for a short gain and enough for the first down. That'll put the ball on the 15-yard line.
He thought he had a lot of running room in front of him, and all of a sudden linebackers are right there tackling him for only a short gain on that last play.
There's a pitch. Out of trying to cut it up inside. Can't do it, but he breaks away from several tacklers. And finally bringing him down is Baggett. That was Ahrens again. He looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss, but then was able to spin around and pick up a couple.
These small gains are really helping Colfax out in order to set up a passing play into the end zone. Look for that.
So Bear River's got their backs to the wall here on that fine run back of that kickoff.
Always good to have that short field. Really helps out the play calling.
Well, they're short, and now they got to call a timeout because they were short player as O'Brien was late to get into the game. So with timeout on the field, we'll remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V championship game here on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Port of Subs, with 2 locations in Nevada City and Grass Valley, and Touchdown Productions celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
Welcome back after Colfax takes a short timeout. They've got the ball on the 17-yard, it's on the 12-yard line, it looks like now, of the Bruins. And there's a handoff to Ahrens, big hole, and he picks up a couple, but brought down in there, let's see, that looked like Baggett.
They're just feeding Ahrens that ball right now. He wants this win really bad, so they're just giving it to him over and over. Looks like another Mason Ahrens show today.
So it's 3rd down and about 7, or let's say 6, as a passing situation here. Let's see what they do. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it doesn't get the first down, and it's going to be short down to about the 6-yard line where it'll be 4th down. Austin Bays in on the tackle. So let's see if they send in the field goal team. 4th down and about 4. Ball's on the 8-yard line. Yeah, they're going to send in, it looks like, the field goal team.
Colfax having a lot of trouble picking up the defensive shifts that Bear River is putting out. They're trying to run it up the field.
Well, no, I take that back. I thought they brought in. Now there's going to be a pitch around the left side, and I don't know if Bear River stopped them or not. They might be a little bit short. They're stopping the clock. Let's see if it's a turnover. Let's see.
Looks like he may be a yard short on that one.
See where they spot it. They had to get just outside the 6-yard line. Officials called a timeout for a measurement, and we'll stay here and watch this measurement here as they're going to bring it in. You say they're short?
It's a lot closer than it looked after the tackle, so this will be within inches.
Yeah, it is short.
About a half
Bear
yard
River
short.
takes off, so Bear River defense stuffs the Falcons again as the Bear River side of the field is going crazy over there as Aaron's came up just a half a yard short. Bear River will take on their ball over on their own, looks like 6-yard line, and it'll deep in their own territory. And let's see if they can get out of their own territory and put another drive together. So see what the play calling is. Jeff Baggett, the play calling coach, is sent in the play, and let's see what the Bear River's going to do here.
Trey Moronic moved the ball easily on the last drive.
There's a handoff. That's the Zimmer over the right side and no place to go. Coming up and making that stop there is, I couldn't see who that was, but number 7 it was. That was Dylan Owens. A 2-yard gain.
So far, the majority of the plays have been the running game. Looks like both teams just want to tire out each other's defense, and that'll really open up the big plays later in the game.
So Baggett over center in motion. And there's a reversed Calder Cundy around the right side. Got some running room. He's got a first down. Down the sideline, turning on the speed as Cundy. And he step out of bounds? No, he could go if he's still in play. The referee think it is. It's 5. Touchdown, Bruins. Wow, I thought he stepped out of bounds, but there was no indication on that reverse to Calder Cundy as he goes down the sideline for, it looked like 80. Let's see, what was it? The ball was on the how do you say, 90, 83?
Yeah, over 83 yards on that reverse pass.
Wow.
A rush.
Wow, Bear River is shocking. They stuff him and then drive all the way down the field on a big, big play. Bond in to catch the extra point. He did a tightrope. Calder Cundy did a tightrope down that sideline.
What amazing balance getting away from number 2, Daniel Bliss.
Down, and it's blocked. Somebody broke in there and blocked that kick. And so the extra point was no good with timeout on the field. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center in Grass Valley. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
Welcome back after that big score by the Bruins. It's 13-0. The extra point was missed with 4:24 left to go. Pat, why don't you tell us about that touchdown run?
That reverse run totally caught Colfax off guard. They had the majority of their defense on one side of the field ready to stop the run, and then all of a sudden they're running the opposite way down the field. He only has to break a few tackles, and then he's gone. The amazing balance he had running down the sideline saved that play and got them into the end zone.
So here's the kickoff. They're going to pooch it, and they're calling for a fair catch over there, but the one guy signaled a fair catch, and let's see, coming over and then taking the ball away was Lahai, but he can't run with it once a fair catch is signaled.
They just wanted that good field position.
Yeah. No one. I think Coach Savoy, he saw and Coach Logue saw enough, and decided just to pooch it. Can't afford those run backs if you're a Bear River Bruin fan. So now here come the Falcons. And going back to pass right away and right over the middle, it's blocked, not at the line of scrimmage. So that falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
The ball got tipped going over those huge defenders that Bear River has. They've been playing a scheme of just running the ball and then getting set up for passes.
So McCann comes into the game. Back in shotgun formation as Hyman looking to pass again, getting a lot of pressure, rolling out, and it's going to pass downfield, and there's no incomplete. The pass was on the inside. Cundy came in and got twisted around and was able to, unfortunately, he did not hit the receiver, and the ball fell incomplete.
Yeah, he was just a little too far ahead of that pass. If it would have been complete, that would have been another score in this first quarter.
So 13-0 here for the Bruins with 4:12 in this first quarter. Very exciting so far. There's a inside hand there. There's their own reverse, so they've got some running room. And coming up and down the sideline, run out of bounds by Baggett. That was number 10, Reeves. Penalty. It's a hold against the Falcons, and so Bear River is getting all the breaks here in this first quarter. That was a nice run in there by Colton Reeves. As he took that reverse, they said, what's good for the Bruins is good for us, and they took it down the sideline. Big pickup down to about the 40-yard line of the Bruins, but it was called back on a hold. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and about 20.
Their first big play on offense gets brought back. That was the momentum they needed in order to get this ball moving.
So looking to pass again. Looking to pass, going deep. Got good pressure, looking. And it's going to be caught. Oh, what a play that was. That was number 23, O'Keefe. He caught that in between two defenders as Hyman just threw that on a pinpoint line right to him. Big first down conversion for 3rd down and 20. So it's first down. They keep the drive alive. Looking to pass again. Right over the middle, and it's caught, but maybe only picking up a couple. That was complete again to O'Keefe, brought down by number 50 for the Bruins. That was Becker.
Hyman having a tough day throwing that ball. The defenders for Bear River are just on all the receivers. He's got to make that quick, powerful, and fast.
Handoff. Oh, he fakes it, and he's going to run it himself. He's going to get some yardage down the sideline, and he's going to get the first down on a nice run in there. No, he's short. Stepped out of bounds before the first down marker, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Hyman, the ball carrier, faked the handoff and then took it himself. He had plenty of running room, but was forced out of bounds. So that'll bring up 3rd down and short. Colfax crowd calling for a first down here. There's a handoff, and he gets it. That is, looked like Aaron's again for a couple. He gets the first down.
Aaron, some hard-earned yards, but able to get the first down and keep this drive alive. This is the first one they've had that is really starting to move down the field. They've had great field position on all their drives, but that stifling Bear River defense has really been doing what they need to.
So in the ball game is Bays going out as Nix for the Bruin defense. Shotgun formation, looking to pass, rolling back. No rush, got a man wide open again. And out of bounds, short of the first down. Zimmer came over to make the stop. That was O'Keefe again with the ball. Zimmer with the stop. 2nd down and about 4, I'm sorry.
Colfax beginning to notice that the short pass is catching Bear River off guard, so they're really starting to play that a little more than coming out with the rushing game with Ahrens.
Well, Bear River has no pass rush. They can't get to him, so that's why he's had plenty of time. There's a handoff again. He cuts, makes a couple of moves, got the first down, and he's down to about the 30-yard line, first down. Clock continues to run here in the first quarter, 2:34.
The Falcons could get a score on this drive. It'll really give them some confidence, and that'll give Bear River some trouble coming back.
So let's see. There's a equipment time. Oh, he's got Ahrens has got to come out for blood on his elbow. That's one thing about this turf field. If you don't wear long sleeves, you're going to be having some torn skin.
Looks like that might be pretty common. I see a lot of bare elbows out there today.
So there's Colfax calls a timeout. And with timeout on the field, we'll remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is underwritten by Auburn Toyota. Auburn Toyota on the Grass Valley Highway in Auburn. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
Well, welcome back. After that timeout, they wanted to keep Ahrens in the lineup, and there he was getting taped up. He's got the trainers came over and wrapped his arm up to stop the bleeding, and I guess on this key play, 1st and 10, they want to have him in the lineup. So the timeout was called by Coach Martello, and going for his 200th victory here today. And he's make sure that Ahrens was still in there. So here they come, 1st and 10 on the Bruins 30-yard line. Rolling out, looking. No pass rush, but coming on and then a tackle missed, and going down the sideline to about the 7-yard line, but it looked like there was a block in the back. Let's see what they say before they move it. Yeah, I think they're going to call a block in the back.
That's unfortunate because Green made a great catch with that ball being low, was able to make a turn and get a lot further down.
Yeah, that was a legal block in the back. I saw that as the defender went up to make the tackle, and he was hit from behind. I didn't see who hit him, but they knocked him off balance, and when you do that, right in front of the referee, it's going to get flagged every time. So that'll put the ball back on the 30, and it'll be 1st and 10 now. Instead of having the ball down on the 7, that penalty has moved it back to the 30-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
Bear River's getting a little luck with these penalties because that's the second big play that's gotten called back.
So Ahrens in the backfield with Hyman. There's a fake. He's rolling out, looking deep down the field. And, oh, what a catch. Let's see if they call these. Was he out of bounds at about the 2-yard line?
Yeah, Marty, they're calling him out of bounds.
Oh, was he out of bounds all the way? Oh, man, that was a spectacular catch there. Wow, that was Jake Green, the wide receiver. What a catch that was in between two defenders. We're so far away from the action here that it's hard to tell, but that was a great catch, but just out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Looking again, and right over the middle, and that's caught in there by O'Keefe for a short game.
Josh Zimmer with a big hit saving that play.
That'll bring up 3rd down and long here. Bays comes into the game on defense. Hyman goes over to the sideline for the play. 1 minute and 36 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Very exciting game so far. So 3rd down, and there's that reverse again. And Bear River wasn't ready for it. Down the sideline, 5, down to about the 5-yard line. Wow, that was Reeves again. on that reverse. Boy, the right side of the Bear River line gave up on that run to the right. And so went right around the corner. That's down on about stepped out of bounds at the 9. I thought he got down to the 5, but
Colfax saw that reverse play used on them, and they said, hey, why don't we start doing it?
That was a good call. So now they've got it, looks like 1st and goal. There's a handoff. Aaron's right side, maybe he gets a couple. Ball's knocked away, but after he was down.
They ran into a wall of defenders right there.
Bliss on the lead block. Moronic in on the tackle. So that ball sits on the 7-yard line. 2nd and goal. Handoff over the right side. Up, and I missed it. And that looked like Aaron's the ball carrier again. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Bear River was set up for that fake reverse. They're not letting that happen again.
So Carpenter on that stop. So that'll bring up a big 3rd down again. Colfax has been really tough on offense on this 3rd down. So let's see what they do here. Keeps the ball. He's got a big pass rush, and nobody.
Oh, wait for it.
Did he catch it? He got a touchdown. I thought the ball hit the ground, but there was a touchdown in there. So let's see who made that catch.
Aaron's caught that one right on the ground, rolled over, all of a sudden touchdown.
Wow, that was quite a play by Colfax, as Hyman had a big rush put on him on that 3rd down, and it was right in the corner. I thought it hit the ground, but referee was right there. And there's the kick, and it is good. So with 8 seconds left to go in this 1st quarter, the Colfax Falcons drive all the way down the field from their own 35-yard line. And we remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by Placer Title Company, with offices in Auburn and in Grass Valley, and by Touchdown Productions, your leader in sports television since 1997.
All right, welcome back. As the Colfax scores with 8 seconds left to go in this quarter, it'll be a kickoff here, and it's going to be a pooch kick coming over for and singling for a fair catch. And right away, that is Garrett Pratt. Bear River will have good field position on their own 37-yard line. So let's see with their 3rd possession of this ball game, see if they can counter the great drive by Colfax. That big 3rd down and 20 conversion was was the big play in that drive, Pat.
Yeah, Bear River can actually see the end zone from where they're starting on this drive. They've been backed up against theirs for most of the game, so Colfax has a much more difficult time.
Baggett over center. In motion is Zimmer. Rolling out the pass. He's got some running room. He's going to take off. Bulls over a couple of players. That takes 3 to come in to get him. And maybe he picks up about 6 yards.
Bear River was ready for that blitz coming on the blind side. Snapped the ball, started running before their defenders could even get back there.
So Baggett comes over to the sideline to get the play, but the clock will run out here in the 1st quarter as Bear River goes back to regroup. Placer comes Placer. That's next game. Colfax comes over to the sideline, and we'll remind you once again that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is underwritten tonight by SPD Markets. The Painter family reminds you to be local and shop local. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local sports television.
Well, welcome back to the start of the 2nd quarter. Marty Mortensen along with Pat Austin and Gil Dominguez bringing you all this exciting Championship 5 playoff here. as the Bruins have got now a 2nd and about 6. And there's Cundy. Cuts it up and and a nice tackle in there. That saved quite a bit of yardage. That was O'Keefe. O'Keefe's doing it on offense and defense today.
Colfax really starting to make adjustments for those outside runs.
Yeah, Calder Cundy cut it back into the inside as the end was cut off. So let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And there's Moronic on a sweep. Got the first down and more. Still on his feet, down to about the 45-yard line of Colfax. Stopped in there by a whole host of Falcons.
Moronic really looking like Marshawn Lynch, just taking his time, looking to see where the defenders are going, doing a quick juke and moving forward. He's not trying to rush the ball. He's just paying attention to where they're at.
Face mask penalty against Colfax, so that'll move the ball down 5 more yards inside the 40-yard line. So Bear Rivers has a first down on the Falcons' 39. Nice run in there by Trey Moronic. Hand off to Bays, up the middle, spins, continues on his feet, down to about the 35-yard line, picked up a couple.
Austin Bays, the ball carrier. Tackled on the play by Jacob LaHaye.
LaHaye on that stop.
Carry is good down to the 35-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Handoff, Moronic, left side, got a blocker, still on his feet, down about a yard short of the first down. Stopped in there. The initial hit was by Daniel Bliss. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
These outside runs by Bear River seem to keep moving them forward. They have yet to get stopped in the backfield when they run it outside. Running up the middle is not working for them. That big defensive line for Colfax is ready for those.
So that'll bring up 3rd down. Handoff Bays, left side, got it home down the sideline, turns it upfield. He's all the way down to the 15-yard line for the first down Bruins as Bays turns the corner with some good lead blocks and dropped down in there by Owens for the Falcons, and that saved the touchdown.
Bays very hard to bring down. Took 2 defenders to get him tackled. If he had anybody else, he would have been right into the end zone.
Now it's an inside handoff. That is to Zimmer, and that goes nowhere. It might have even lost a yard as the Falcons came up and stuffed that play. That was number 58. Once again, Jacob LaHaye in there on that stop. The ball's just inside the 15. 9:29 left to go in this first half. Bear River up by a score of 13-7. Bag it over center. Handoff to that looks like Daniels. Hunter Daniels, first carry tonight. He doesn't get much on the outside. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Bliss in on that stop.
Falcons were finally ready for an outside run. Have to see if a pass will come up to throw Colfax off on all these rushing plays.
Yeah, they got Scott in now, and Calder out to the right, Moronic out to the left. Zimmer in the backfield. In motion is Calder, breaking it upfield. Looking again, he's got some running room down. He's going to take it on. Whoa, he smashed down at about the 9-yard line on a great stop in there. Wow. I couldn't see who made that stop, but it jarred his teeth a little bit on that one.
Colfax with a great zone defense. They were ready for the pass. They've been watching the running play this whole drive, and they had everybody covered. Baggett had nowhere to go.
So Bond now in for a field goal of about 25 yards. Put down, kicked, and it looks like it is good. Alex Bond gets a 25-yard field goal. Bear River now goes up on top by a score of 16-7, a two-score game, as Bond gets that field goal with timeout on the field. The score 16-7 with Bear River up on top. 7:58 left to go in this first half. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 Championship football on the NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Port of Subs, with 2 locations in Nevada City and Grass Valley, and Touchdown Productions celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
Welcome back as we got 8 minutes left to go in this first half, and here's a pooch kick going to be taken short in there, and that is number 28, still on his feet. Wow, and that is Jake Green as he maneuvers his way up to the 38-yard line where Colfax will take over 1st and 10.
Great run back on a pooch kick. Usually the defenders are already there tackling him, and he saw an opening, got them some good field position late in the half.
So here come the Falcons. Let's see if the Bruins defense can shut them down. There's a handoff. Oh, nice move in there. He's still on his feet. Coming up and making that stop, brought down in there by Baggett. Boy, all the way down to the Bruin 45-yard line. Bays got, Austin Bays was playing the outside, and that was Ahrens who cut it to the inside. He's got some great moves.
He does, and that offensive line finally opened up a hole for him to get through, and he got some open field on that last play.
So it's 1st and 10 on the Bruins 45. And here comes, that is Ahrens again, and he's going to be stopped and pushed down. The fans don't like that, but Carpenter puts the final hit on him. Bring up 2nd down and pick up about 4 on that. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Right now, the Falcons just want to start tiring out this defense. It'll really help them start getting more rushes and big plays by Ahrens.
So there's a rollout and looking to pass downfield, and he threads the needle down there on about the 25-yard line, and once again, that is O'Keefe. He is in between 2 defenders.
Great job by Jacob LaHaye picking up that block for Hyman to get that ball downfield and get a great completion.
So once again, the Falcons are on the move. 1st and 10. Let's see. Now it's a pass out into the flat. They fall on it to see if it's going to be no, they called an incomplete pass. Moronic was over there to scoop it up. He had 6 points if that was a lateral.
Yeah, that's right. Bear River was ready for that screen pass. Good idea with Ahrens not catching that ball because he would have gotten laid out in the backfield as well.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. There's a handoff to Ahrens, and he's still on his feet, but being brought down in there by, that was Pratt on that tackle.
Great job by the Falcons offensive line slowing down Bear River, getting Ahrens a chance to see where the play's going and keep on pounding away.
3rd down and 7. The Colfax Falcons have been pretty potent on this particular on this down, and he overthrows his receiver. That was intended for Reeves, just threw too high. Good coverage in there by Trey Moronic. That'll bring up 4th down.
These passes have been hard-earned by Colfax. The defenders for Bear River have been right there with their wide receivers. Very tough to pass to that.
So they got a 4th down and about 7. Let's see what they do. May try to draw him offside to get a 5-yard penalty. Nope, they're going to pass it right away, and and knocked down in there by Calder Cundy.
Flag on the play, though.
There's a flag down.
Looks like that may have been pass interference.
On who, though? There's a flag down.
Looked like Cundy was a little bit on Reeves' back on that pass.
I thought I saw his hand on his back. I don't think he was going to be able to. Oh, it was a holding call. And that'll give him a 1st down, or it's close to the 1st down. It's not an automatic 1st down.
Sorry, it's going to be 4th and short.
No, 1st and
Nope.
They did make it. 1st and 10 on the Bruins 12. That was a big play because the Bruins had held them.
Huge penalty.
Wow. Because that pass wasn't going to be caught, but there's a handoff right up over the right side. That looked like it was Aaron's the ball carrier.
Colfax is going to have another tough time getting to the end zone. Bear River is very good at playing the short game.
Bayes in on the tackle, first one to hit him. Ball down on the 12-yard line. So far, penalties have hurt both squads in this first half. At key points in this game. Handoff again, trying to sweep to the outside. And he's got some running room, and he's going to be knocked down and stopped on a great tackle in there. That is Zimmer.
Aaron's just barely able to get out of the backfield in time.
So that'll bring up 3rd down. The ball is spotted on the 5. And short.
Looks like about a yard to go.
So let's see if the Bruins can put something together here on defense. There's Aarons again, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they kept him out of there. See who's the first one to hit him. That was Pratt. No, they gave him a 1st down, so it's 1st and goal now. On about the 3-yard line.
Aaron's bounced off of that one tackle and was able to get just enough to keep this drive going. Very impressive 3rd downs today.
All right, got it back in motion. There's Aarons again, the right side, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Colfax. Aarons dives into the end zone.
Great job running on the outside, just skirting off of players and making that dive into the end zone. What a play.
So, Cundy, he had a shot at him, but just out of his grasp, and with 4:19 left to go in this first half, the Falcons can draw it to 2 as Weir comes in to kick. Put down, and that looks good as the Falcons get their 14th point. Bruins on top 16-14 with 4:19 left to go. And with timeout on the field, we'll remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center in Grass Valley. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
All right, welcome back for the kickoff with 4:19 left to go here in this first half. Bruins on top by 2, and Cundy and Moronic back. It's going to be a short kick, and it's going to be taken by Moronic on the left side. He's got some running room. He's got some speed. No, and he gets it all the way out to the 49-yard line. Oh, that was Cundy. He switched sides. Normally Moronic's over there, and I apologize for that, as Cundy takes it all the way up to the 48-yard line of the Bruins, and they'll have 1st and 10.
Great job by Bear River putting their huge blockers up ahead of them. They made a hole for him to run straight through and get huge yards on that kickoff return. It's the best field position Bear River has had today.
So they start this drive, and rolling out the pass, looking downfield. He's got his man caught all the way on down to the 20-yard line. That is Garrett Pratt, as defending on that play was Weir, but that ball was thrown to the outside. Weir was on the inside, and the Bruins pick up a big pass play to Garrett Pratt. Wow, Baggett threw that one right on the money.
Yeah, that was threaded because Weir did a great job of defending him. He almost had a hand on that ball and broke up the pass, but it was just a little too far ahead of him.
So 1st and 10 for the Bruins. They get up to the line of scrimmage fast. Moronic in motion. It's a sweep over the left side. Cuts it back in. He's down, still on his feet, down close to the 1st down, as Trey Moronic picks up about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and short.
On that outside run, Moronic just taking his time, watching where the defenders are going, making a quick move outside, and then they just have a very hard time dragging him down.
So Bays comes back into the lineup. In the backfield, Baggett over center, handoff to Moronic. Whoa, and he gets hit, but he still has enough momentum to take him across for the 1st down. He was stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but great movement as he turns sideways and picked up the extra yardage. So now it's 1st and goal down at about the 8-yard line for the Bruins.
Falcons missed a big tackle that would have kept him in the backfield, but Bear River was able to save the play, get back up a couple yards.
Two backs in the backfield, Moronic and Bays. Bays, quick handoff up the middle. Gets all the way down to close to the goal line. Let's see where they spot it at about the 3-yard line.
Tackled on the play by number 18, Jake Green.
Surprising he didn't get in the end zone. There was barely anybody there for the Falcons to tackle him. I thought he was going to go in untouched.
Well, that was Jake Green to save that tackle, the junior for the Falcons.
Green having a great day today.
Certainly is. There's Carpenter. Still driving, and he looks like he's close to that end zone. Let's see what they say. In on the stop in there was Lundberg. Carpenter, the ball carrier. He's one tough runner.
They're just trying to power him through using a linebacker.
So now they got Bays and Carpenter back there again. And a quarterback sneak by Baggett. He looks like he's into the end zone. Let's see what they give it to him. They do. Touchdown, Bruins.
Great job just pushing that through the line. They got a great hole for him to just run on through and dive into the end zone.
So the extra point team comes out. Alex Bond will come in. The ball holder will be Jenkins, attempt the extra point. Trying to make it a 23-14 game. There's a snap, put down, kicked, and that looks good. It is. So Alex Bond gets the extra point. Bear River goes up 23-14. And with 1:48 left to go in the half, we'll remind you that you're watching exclusive Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is underwritten by Auburn Toyota. Auburn Toyota on the Grass Valley Highway in Auburn. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
Welcome back as Alex Bond will come up and do the kicking. Let's see if he can pooch it again. He does. It's going to be a short kick. A fair catch is called up short. by number 58. That's Jacob LaHaye. Signaled a fair catch, caught it, and so with good field position for the Falcons. I don't know. It's hard to tell whether you you kick it short and they get good field position, kick it long and they got a possible run back. So they have a short field now.
That was almost an onside kick.
Yeah. So 3 receivers out in the pattern here for the Falcons, looking to pass, and it right over the middle, and it's going to be just off the fingertips. That was Colton Reeves, the intended receiver, as he just on his fingertips.
Just couldn't quite hold on to it. Bounced out of his hands. They'll have to come back out, see if they can get something out of this play with 1:44 to go.
2nd and 10. Another pass over in the flat and intercepted by Cundy. He's down the sideline. He's got running room. He's got some speed. He's down to about the 30-yard line. And Calder, Cundy, let's see, there's a penalty? Pass interference, maybe?
Looked like pass interference. He got sandwiched out on that play. That's what got Cundy the chance to catch that ball.
Well, let's see as they're talking it over. Let's see what the call is. Pass interference on the Bruins. So that's going to cost them, as they would have had 1:33 left to go with a chance for another score. And so that'll keep the drive alive here for the Falcons. Big play. That's the second one of this half.
Penalties really playing a huge factor in this game. Instead of that being an interception, Colfax gets 15 yards out of it.
Boy, that's a big turnaround there for the Falcons, as they were looking at Bear River having a chance to score one more time.
That's right, a minute and a half, and they have a chance to get a touchdown out of this going into halftime.
Oh, looking to pass again, throwing it out into the flat. He's got his man open, but ended up just overthrown as Cundy. They're working on Calder Cundy out there today.
Yeah, just a little too far over his head. He was able to get that touchdown if he could have just gotten it a little closer to him.
Yeah, it was one-on-one coverage, and that was very close for 6 points for the Falcons.
Yeah, Reeves seems to be the popular receiver for Hyman today.
So it's 2nd down and 10. We got 1:29. Passing again, no pass rush. Plenty of time now. Can't find a receiver. He throws it wide open at the 25 and brought down there. Let's see where they finally spot the ball. That was down at about the 16-yard line. Who was the receiver?
Great catch by Green, getting out there in the open, saw his quarterback was in trouble. Hyman gets out of pocket just in time to get down the field to him.
Bear River finally had a pass rush, but Hyman is so quick out there. He rolled out and found his receiver. So now he's rolling out again, looking, and he throws it, and Cundy now throws him out of bounds. Clock is stopped, and that's inside the 10-yard line.
Another huge catch by Green, but he really paid for it.
So he was thrown to the ground, and that'll be 2nd down and about 3. They only have one timeout left, and there's 1:11 left. They hurry up to the line of scrimmage. That's Aarons, ball carrier, and he's going to take it down to about the 5-yard line, tackled in there by Bays and also Sam Davis.
Colfax trying to catch Bear River off guard, running the ball with only a minute left.
So timeout is called with 1:04 left to go in this first half. We've got timeout on the field. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 Championship Football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com. Welcome back. After that timeout, Bear River 23-14 with 1:04 left as they're on the march. There's Aarons, kind of breaking the outside. and he's being run down. He goes out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. That'll bring up a second down.
Barely out of bounds on that last play. That saves them with 58 seconds to go. Gives them a little more time to see what they want to do. Might want to try a screen pass into the end zone.
So that's bring up second down and about 4 for the touchdown. Looking to pass, throws it, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, unbelievable. Right over Moronic. That was number 10. That was Colton Reeves with 54 seconds left to go in this half. Boy, just couldn't get his hands up. The defender, he just knocked that ball down.
They really had to try and get someone out there because Colfax had a guy wide open, and they just tried to turn and catch up to him, but it was just too late.
So here's the attempted point, and that is good. So with 54 seconds left on this first half, at 23-21 in favor of the Bruins. We'll take a timeout here with before the conclusion of this first half. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Port of Subs, with 2 locations in Nevada City and Grass Valley, and Touchdown Productions celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
Alex Weir will kick it. It's going to be a short, taken over on the other side of the field. That is Cundy, and he's got some running room, and he's got it up to about the 45-yard line of the Bruins.
Cundy really getting a lot of help from his blockers. It's getting him a lot more yards out of those big guys being right there for him.
So with 49 seconds left in this first half, Bear River has got some time. They've got 3 timeouts left. Let's see if they put the ball all in the air here. Yeah, I think giving the Falcons that good starting position on the 48 was put that short field up. Now there's Zimmer going to run it. And that he only gets about 4 yards, but so I guess they were trying to keep them thinking they might be sleeping on that play.
Yeah, that's right. With 48 seconds left, you would be expecting a big pass down the field. Falcons do need to be ready for that because Bear River has gotten a few big tosses already in this half.
6-yard gain to the 50-yard line where it'll be second down and 4.
All right, Bear River calls a timeout. They still have 2 left with 42 seconds. If they can get the ball down into Falcon territory, give Alex Bond a chance to attempt a field goal. He kicked in practice yesterday a couple of 45-yarders, so we'll have to see if he gets that opportunity.
That Bear River, their kicker has one big leg, as we saw with their extra point earlier. We kicked it into the soccer net, which is about 30 yards further than the field goal post.
Yeah, so let's see if what kind of plays Bear River has in this last 42 seconds. So here come the Bruins. Running and looking to pass, and Baggett not sacked yet, and he's still on his feet. Throws it downfield. He's got Moronic, and he just can't get it. And Moronic goes down, and so does Calder. Cundy, let's see what happened to him. He's been hurting all week. He's got that was great maneuvering in there by Baggett, the quarterback. He was being chased all over the field.
I think that was 5 missed tackles he spun out of, and then is somehow able to get it down the field and just couldn't connect with 2 of his receivers being there.
Well, that'll bring up third down and short. Well, let's see. It's much more than short. It's about 4.5 yards. Let's see what they plan. There's 30 seconds left. It's going to be a pass play, it looks like, as both Scott and Cundy come out to the right side along with Moronic. Rolling to his right, looking, pass. And that is Scott, catches it, goes out of bounds for a first down.
Baggett's pass is complete to number
Keeps the drive going. There's only 24 seconds to go. They'll have to try a big play and get some big yards out of this, or catch the Falcons sleeping on a short play.
Yeah, they've got to get it down to about the 25-yard line, I think, to give Bond a chance at a field goal. So Baggett comes back with 24 seconds left. You got the play. So tight formation here. Moronic gets a sweep to the left side, cuts it back upfield, still on his feet, still going. All the way down to about the 36-yard line. Moronic, the ball carrier, gets a second down. Another timeout is called.
Got about 8 yards on that play. Still a little too far away for their kicker, even though he's got that huge leg on him.
Although what the Bruins can get maybe 15 more yards, they might give Alex a chance to close out this first half with an attempted field goal. 17 seconds left to go in this first half. It's been quite a ball game so far, Pat.
Yeah, a lot of action, a lot of big plays, a lot of big hits as well. And on that AstroTurf, you really feel those hits. As you could see, Cundy went up for a big catch. He fell down hard, and it took a second for him to get up. Bear River still has 2 options. They can still pass, or they can still go for a quick run play. They've got 1 timeout left. But if they go running, they better get out of bounds.
Oh, here come the Bruins. 2 receivers out. Big pass rush. Staying back. And a pass downfield. It's going to be almost intercepted. That was intended for, came up a little short. That was intended for, that looks like Moronic. And he comes up limping a little bit, but now that'll bring up a third down with 10 seconds left. They have to get Aaron's on that coverage.
Great play action play on that one. They caught Falcons sleeping on that, and they had them wide open, but the defenders for the Falcons came out and stopped it.
All right, this is 10 seconds left. They're going to get and he runs out of bounds. That's a Scott, and that'll put the ball with 6 seconds left down to about the, let's see, the 28-yard line.
Looks about right. They have a choice.
First down. They got another chance with 6 seconds left and a timeout to get it a little bit closer. So let's see what play they bring in.
They'll probably try a quick pass, see if it works.
Down and out, yeah. And running the ball is Baggett. He picks up a couple, but that's only 1 second left. So now they'll have to bring in Bond, it looks like. And yes, they do. He comes out. He's coming out on the field, looks like.
Great job by Baggett reading that play. He couldn't find any of his guys open, knew there was no time left, and just bolted straight out of bounds. This gives them a chance for their big leg to come out.
So this will be a ball will be spotted on the 36. This will be a 46-yard field goal attempt. So Bond got his chance here, the young sophomore. Good down snap, kicked, and it's going to be just short. No good, just 1 yard short as Bond comes up with the clock running out on the first half, and with halftime in the books now, it's Bear River 23, Colfax 21, and with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by Placer Title Company, with offices in Auburn and in Grass Valley, and by Touchdown Productions, your leader in sports television since 1997.
Okay. Waiting here on the start of the second half. And our own David Klein from Touchdown Production met last week with Mason Aarons, and here is his report.
Colfax, a small town in the foothills of Northern California. A town with a population of just over 2,000 people. But the local high school makes most of the headlines mainly for their outstanding athletics program with an annual enrollment of under 600 students. But this Colfax Falcons team has a special player on their roster, senior running back Mason Aarons.
It's Mason Aarons.
Thanks to the running back Aarons, who's just having a great year.
Hands off to Aarons now. Aarons finding room, cuts back again, and he will score!
Don't be fooled by his 5'9", 160-pound frame. This kid can play. Just ask his coach, Tony Martello.
He can run the ball, he can catch the ball, he can block, he can do anything.
This year, in a game against Placer High School, Aarons caught a school record 18 passes out of the backfield and rushed the ball another 17 times for over 300 yards of total offense. His mother, Rachel, says fans and coaches in the surrounding areas have become well aware to who Mason Aarons is.
We have people come up to us that they don't even know him. The other teams, some of the coaches and players stick around to say hi to him and, tell him how good he is. And he's very, modest about it.
His parents know how much it would mean to Mason to play college football.
He deserves it the most. He wants it the most.
But in order to make it to the collegiate level, Mason knows that there are improvements that need to be made.
Definitely my size and my speed, for sure, 100%.
Coach Martello can attest to any potential college coaches on what kind of player they'll be getting with Mason.
He can play. He might not be the biggest, he might not be the strongest or the fastest, but he can play the game.
Mason's passion for the sport is his motivation to continue to get better each day.
I love football. Football is like my life. That's what I want to do, for sure.
In Colfax, David Klein, TouchdownProductions.com.
Thank you, David, for that excellent report on Mason Aarons and his status with the Colfax Falcons. And we'd like to welcome you back to Wolfpack Stadium on the campus of Cosumnes Oaks High School in Elk Grove, California. Marty Mortensen along with Pat Austin, Gil Dominguez, and we're ready to go for this second half kickoff. The Bruins will get the ball to start this second half. Now remember, Pat, they scored on their first possession. They held Colfax to 3 and out, and then they scored on their first possession by that fine run by Trey Moronic. And so what do you see for this second half?
Bear River came out strong for the first half, but Colfax really took the momentum. We're going to have to see if they want to carry that momentum into the second half. There's been some great plays by Reeves, Green, and on the other side of the ball, Baggett has really been having to run around, staying away from that Falcons defensive line. So far, Moronic has really had a great game. A lot of great outside runs, just dodging defenders and getting 10 more yards than he should have.
And don't forget Calder Cundy on that 87-yard. I believe that's how long it was. It happened so quick. I didn't see where the ball was spotted. And he ran all the way, tiptoed down that sideline and really made that startling touchdown to put the Bruins up 13-0.
This AstroTurf has them moving very fast. Both teams play on grass fields at home, so this is kind of a new experience for them in the playoffs.
Well, the Bruins are ready for the kickoff. Back to receive. We've got Cundy and Moronic. Let's see where they kick it. Doing the kicking for the Colfax Falcons is Alex Weir. He's a junior, 170 pounds.
Got 3 of their biggest players waiting to catch that ball back there. You've got Bays, you've got Cundy, you've got Moronic. So you have to see where the Falcons really want to kick this to.
All right, here we go for the start of the second half. Bruins on top, 23-21. As the Colfax fans are getting into this here. Let's see where a little pooch kick. It's going to go out. It might be go out of bounds, but no, it's caught over there by Pratt. Pratt continues his fine play here this afternoon. They'll have it on their own 40-yard line. Well, they'll have good field position to start this second half, and both kickers are afraid to kick it to the backs back in the waiting at the end zone because of their potential to run it back each time.
That's right. The special teams have looked great today, and it's very hard to kick to these players. They just have huge speed.
So Baggett, and that's a quick snap to what happened there. Looks like
it was a direct snap to Bays, but
yeah, illegal procedure. Start that first drive, and now they're back 5, so that'll be first and 15.
Another costly penalty.
Yeah, Bear River suffered quite a bit here with some penalties that cost them about 14 points. So has Colfax, though. They've so now in shotgun formation. And now that is Baggett on the keeper, and he's going to be brought down by, that was number 20, was that 14, Vic Edwards. First time we've called him tonight.
Yeah, they ran the same play that they got the illegal procedure on, and Falcons were ready for it again. They saw that motion, and they were ready for a run to the outside by either Baggett or Bays.
So that'll bring up second down at about 14 for the Bruins. Over center, and there's Moronic on the sweep. He's going to get to the outside. He turns it upfield, got some running room, gets close to the first down to about the 47-yard line as Moronic continues his fine running.
Great run by Moronic. He only had one guy to beat, and he got downfield again. Secondary had to come up and get him.
Stepped out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. It'll be third down and short now.
It's going to be third down and 2.
There's Bays. No place to go. And he may have, extra effort may have gotten it. Let's see where they spot it. Bays is the workhorse, and they're going to give him the first down.
He dragged the whole field with him for an extra
It looked like
yard.
he was stopped, going to be short on that, but the defense came up and stopped him, but he's such a big kid, and he drives his legs, and he picks up the first down. He rolled over on the top of the one of the players and picked up the extra yardage for the first down. So big first down. Here come the Bruins now, 1st and 10. And there's Moronic again, no place to go, but he finds an opening, picks up about 6. He continues to run that ball with very fluid motion out there.
Moronic just watching the defense, doing nothing but get that outside run today. And at some point, it's going to set up Bays to run straight up the middle. They keep doing either or, and you might even want to watch out for a big pass down the field because they're getting the Falcons playing the run hard right now, getting very aggressive.
2 backs in the backfield. That's Bays on the run. He's still going. He's going to get close to the first down. I don't think he's going to be about a half yard short as the coming up and making that stop. Once again, that was number 50. That's Juby.
Both teams have been getting held to third downs and really had to fight for these first downs the whole game.
So Baggett takes it himself for the first down. It gets thrown back, but Baggett looks like he's hurt. Let's see what they call here.
Yeah, Baggett was getting brought down by the ankles there. That one probably had to hurt.
Got a first down, but boy, yeah. Luke Baggett is just like his brother, Bo. They're both tough football players. He'll shake it off, get back out there. First and 10, the Bruins on the move. Handoff again to that sweep. Following his blockers down the sideline, going to pick up another 6 or 7 yards on that run.
Moronic just making it look so easy. He's getting these huge blocks by his line, giving him that chance to see where the defense is at and keep bouncing off guys and getting those yards.
6-yard carry. Clock continues to run. 9:21 left in this third quarter. So doing it on the ground here. And there's Moronic again, left side, first down, cuts it up, and gets tackled in there by a couple of Falcons. in on that tackle, the first one to hit him. That looked like Lundberg.
Yeah, they have yet to pass it on this drive. They've done nothing, just pound away, third downs, get the first down, and this is going to start tiring out the Falcons if they can't stop them.
So now they bring the passing package in with the receivers, and let's see if they throw it or continue the run. Empty backfield. And there's Cundy on a sweep. Got some good blocks. Take us to the outside. Straight arms a man. Still on his feet, but gets brought down for maybe. Is there a face mask call? Or is there a flag down?
Cundy did have his hand up in the defender's face, so we'll have to see if they want to call a face mask on him.
So Cundy did it.
Another costly penalty on Bear River.
Well, that'll move them back 15. They had all the momentum going here, and now they're going to take it back 15 yards. And so all that they gain is nullified there by that face mask call.
You very rarely see the face mask get called when the offense does it.
But he definitely had his hand in the mask. I saw that.
Hey, he almost got a souvenir helmet if he hadn't let go.
So now they're going to be forced to pass here as they got first down and forever here.
24.
Pratt shifts over to the right side. Shotgun formation in motion is Moronic. Turns it upfield, looking downfield, and no place to go. Baggett is brought down for a loss. That is number 53, Ashlock.
Baggett was looking downfield, but he had no time because that defensive line was already through.
A second down and 23 to go. 27 to go.
3-yard loss on that. They're almost back to midfield. They've gotten pushed back far on.
They've gotten all the way down to the 27-yard line in field goal position for Bond. And now they're looking to pick up some yards.
I don't think Bear River was ready to start passing yet. Their running game was working so great. And
delayed game by the Bruins as that'll cost them another 5 all the way back to the 50 as the Colfax fans over here on our side of the field are 7:48 left to go here in this third quarter as the Bruins have been moving that ball, but now all of a sudden they're moving backwards instead of forwards. They've got to go all the way down to the 17-yard line for a first down. Looking to pass in the flat, and Calder wasn't looking for that pass. Cundy didn't turn around. Little mix-up in the play call there.
if Cundy had turned around, he would have had open field ahead of him. That would have been an easy touchdown, but they just did not get their communication down on that play. 3rd and 32 now.
So third down. Well, the Falcons did well on a 3rd and 20. Let's see what the Bruins can do. Big pass rush looking, and it's going to be caught out of bounds, but it's way short of the first down. That was number 7, Scott, and so that'll bring in the punting team.
The two defenders for Colfax were on Baggett's blind side, but couldn't get there in time.
So the defense for the Falcons steps up after they were being run down the field, and all of a sudden now the Bruins have to punt. Back to receive is number 18. That is Jake Green. Going to kick it for the sideline. Let's see. He's going to let it go. It takes a, and he hit it at the 9-yard line. Is that hit Nix in the helmet as it jumped up in the air. So they'll have start this drive on their own 9-yard line.
Bear River had no choice but to kick to Green because they really needed to try and back up the Falcons after that drive by Bear River. They need the defense to come out and get some momentum back.
So Bear River burned off over 4 minutes on the clock, but did not come up with any points. Going out to pass right away, rolling, and he's got his man open. That's number 23, Garen O'Keefe. Big conversion.
Hyman just took his time looking down the field, saw O'Keefe wide open, just lofted it to him.
Let's see if there was a penalty here. Both teams are shooting themselves in the foot here. Oh, sideline violation against Colfax, so that the next one will cost them some yardage. This one doesn't.
Yeah, just a warning this time.
So they move from the 9 out all the way out to their own 36, which is a big gainer, as Hyman really pinpointed that pass. This young man has really got a great arm.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power behind that arm. He can throw off balance, and if he gets planted, that ball is going way down the field. It's going to be a big loss for Colfax. He's a senior this year.
Handoff Aaron's right side, and first one to hit him in there is Carpenter. That's Aaron's the ball carrier.
Aaron's not having his usual day of huge explosive runs. It looks like Bear River really practiced hard to contain him and make Colfax use other weapons to get down this field.
So it's second down and about a little over 6. There's a handoff again, and coming up and making that stop, that is Jared Bays, the little brother of Austin Bays, makes that stop for a loss. That moves it back to 3rd down and 8.
Great job getting into that backfield, getting the tackle. Makes it 3rd down and long.
Well, big play here for the Falcons. Passing situation, and he's caught short of. He dropped it. He had it for a minute. That was O'Keefe, but good defensive play in there by Zimmer, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Put that ball right into the numbers. There's no reason why O'Keefe couldn't catch it. He was just thinking of making that turn and getting downfield.
And as he made that turn, Zimmer came over and knocked it out of his hands. So incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down, and Cundy is back to receive the kick. Oh, it's going to be a fake, and boy, that goes nowhere. Bear River was waiting on that one. Heads up play in there by Austin Bays and Moronic, and number 54, Zane Beaton. Wow, that was quite what a difference. That's about a 40 yards difference in plays there.
Yeah, that's right. They've got a real short field to start on. Hopefully they can go the right direction on this drive and maybe put some points up.
5:55 and counting here in this third. They're going to hand off to he's going to throw it deep. Does he have a man down there? He does, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. No, it's incomplete. He dropped it. Wow, great defensive play in there by Owens. He had that ball for a minute, but a great play in there, but it was just thrown a little short, and good secondary coverage in there by Dylan Owens. He's a junior. He looking at himself going, whoa, man, I should have had that, and he did have it for a minute. That'd have been a big play.
Great fake end around by the Bear River Bruins. Moronic had all day to throw, but the secondary was ready for it. They are on him like glue.
2nd and 10. Bays with the handoff, cuts it up inside. Got some running room down the sideline. Going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Austin Bays continues his fine running here. The senior, 4-year starter at Bear River, has really played a whale. He's been hurt several times with a shoulder injury, had an operation, but he's back in full force and doing an outstanding job.
Very tough to bring him down once he gets out into the open.
1st down, Bays again, left side, cuts it up center, gets more yardage. He's down to about the 15, where it'll be 2nd down and about, let's say, 6.
Most impressive part of the second half for Bear River is they have controlled the ball for almost the whole quarter.
Right. Well, that's what you have to do against your opponent that can run up a lot of scores. You got to keep their offense off the field.
What's shocking is they haven't gotten a score out of it, but the Falcons are getting tired at this point.
So there's a handoff to that's Trey Moronic. He's still driving, but he's going to be stopped short. That'll bring up 3rd down, and that was tackled in there. Good heads-up play by Jacob LaHaye. He's played a whale of a ball game today for that junior.
LaHaye has been playing lights out.
Well, it's hard to get by him. 225-pound junior. I mean, there's a force to be reckoned with.
One of their biggest guys on the roster. The only bigger guys are on the offensive line.
Tejeda, 265.
Yeah, second place to Tejeda, the defensive line.
There's on the sweep. Cuts it up inside. Still going. He's going to get down close to the 1st down. So the Moronic is a workhorse out here this afternoon. And let's see what they're going to try to do. The ball is on the 12-yard line or the 13-yard line at this point. And it's 4th down. But they're going to go for it. The big play for the Falcons. Maybe they'll try to draw them offside. They got Daniels in the. Oh, he overthrows. He had him wide open. He had Moronic wide open in the end zone on double coverage and just overthrew him. Baggett, oh my goodness, that would have been a second guessing. That might have been a good time to kick a field goal, although that would put them ahead by only 1 point if Colfax scored. But
yeah, just led them a little too far on that last pass. That could have been a touchdown, but now it's a turnover on downs. See if the Falcons can capitalize on that, give their defense a chance to breathe as well.
Boy, that was a big play there. They went for the touchdown, and there's a rollout down the sideline, and he's got some blockers, and he's going to be run out of bounds. That is Rylan Hyman, this quarterback, picking up the 1st down, so a big play there.
Great job confusing Bear River on that. They all thought Ahrens had the ball, and then Baggett just runs up not Baggett, but Hyman runs up the sideline.
Hyman's carry takes the ball to the 28-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
Fresh set of downs. See if they can keep moving the ball here.
There's a handoff to Ahrens. No place to go. He breaks away, still on his feet, and brought down in there by Nix and Bays.
Ahrens had nowhere to go on that play, but he was still able to get a couple of yards out of that and save them from being in the backfield.
Carries to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Hyman reading off the play, see if they want to pass it this time, maybe get a little more yards than these short runs.
Looking to pass. He got no pass rush, and it's going to be caught. Is it? Is it a catch? Who was that? Reeves again?
What a grab by Reeves, getting that before it hit the turf. Power behind that arm.
Another big 3rd down conversion. Wow.
Hyman rifled that thing. He's probably got a mark on his chest from that pass.
Well, one of the things too is the Bear River's got no pass rush. The line, offensive line, is just keeping Bear River out on any passing situation. They haven't thrown a sack in there at all. There's a reverse coming around and stopping him and coming up big play. That was Reeves, the ball carrier, brought down in there by Becker. No gain.
They've really been putting that end around to work today. It's been working for them. This was the first time that Bear River's been able to stop that. Like you had mentioned, the offensive line for the Falcons has really kept the defensive line at bay.
2nd down and 10. Fake handoff, and he's overthrown his receiver. And there's gonna that was intended for O'Keefe, and they're going to call a flag.
That last pass just a little too high. It would have been great.
Pass interference called on the Bruins again. Boy, that's about their 4th pass interference.
Fresh set of downs for them now.
Yep.
Now they're into Bear River territory.
So the Falcons are capitalizing on the Bruins' mistakes here. It's a pitch to Ahrens, right side, looking for blockers. And he's got some running room. He's going to, whoa, look out. There's Carpenter on another flag.
It's going to be a flag for unnecessary roughness getting tackled on the outside. Aaron's biggest run of the game today.
Yeah, and let's see, did they throw a flag? Did they?
They may have picked it up. Oh, there it is.
No, there it goes. So Carpenter's a very aggressive ball player, and he gets caught up in the intensity of the game, and he sometimes he gets himself in trouble with those penalties. So now, starting this drive on their 9-yard line, they are all the way down to the Bruin 20. Looking to pass. No pressure. Got his man open. That's 23 on the right. That's O'Keefe. And he gets brought down at about the, let's see, about the 12-yard line. Now they're going to move it back. Stepped out of bounds at about the 14.
A 225-pounder O'Keefe. He's been getting a lot of passes to him thrown to him in this second half. He's had some really big plays.
Looking to Pat. Now it's a handoff to Ahrens, and they got him. Bays has got him. He didn't get fooled on that play. Austin Bays throws him for a big loss. That takes it all the way back down for 8 yards now. 3rd down and 8.
One of the rare times the offensive line for the Falcons hasn't picked up on that blitz and got the Bruins into the backfield. Big loss on that. 3rd down coming up.
Well, this is where the Falcons have shined so far today on these 3rd down and long conversions. Well, let's see what happened. They got 2 receivers out to the right. Fake to Aaron, looking, he throws it. And it's going to be, just overthrown out of the hands. That was Reeves again. Just a little bit too high. And that'll set up a 4th down. And it looks like the field goal team is coming in as Alex Weir will attempt a field goal. Let's see, the ball will be spotted on the 25-yard line. That'll be a 35-yard kick.
This will give the Falcons the lead.
Put down, snap, and looks like is it good? No good. Off to the left. Looked like it was tracking, but with 1:32 left to go in this 3rd quarter, I think that's 1:32 or 13 seconds. All right, 13 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. The Bear River will take over on downs. They'll have the ball on the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10. So once again, defense rises to the occasion on both squads. Boy.
It's Bear River's worst possession so far in terms of field position.
There's that sweep to Trey Moronic. It gets closed down and no place to go. And he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. No score between the 2 teams here in this 3rd quarter, as a lot of time has run off because of the running plays. So with time out on the field, moving into the 4th quarter, you're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 Championship Football on the NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is underwritten tonight by SPD Markets. The Painter family reminds you to be local and shop local. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local sports television.
Well, the Bruins now will start this fourth quarter, second down and 10. He's got open. That is, wow, that is Zimmer. I got lost in the shuffle here. That was a big play for 15 yards.
Great passing play. They kept on running the ball over and over and over, and what was it? Zimmer was back there by himself.
They got behind the linebacker, and that was a big play call right there.
So that gets a fresh set of downs, gets them onto their own 40, gives them some momentum.
Handoff, right side, Zimmer again. Picks up about 5. Their own 45-yard line. Let's see if they're going to spot it on the 44. So that'll be second down and about a little over 5.
Yeah, first time they've handed it off to anybody besides Moronic and Bays. Trying to put a little more speed out there.
Single back in the backfield, in motion to Zimmer. Inside handoff to Moronic. Turns the corner, on his feet. Stiff arms the man, still on his feet. Brought down on a Jersey tackle in there. Kept him from going to the end zone. That was number 18, Jake Green. Played a whale of a ball game today, offensively and defense. He saved a touchdown right there as the Bruins on the move. 10:50 left to go here.
Bruins running outside to the left over and over and over again, but the Falcons just can't seem to make that adjustment.
So it's 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line of the Falcons. Zimmer again, right side, trying to cut it up. He does, cuts it inside. Only picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards. That's about it. Without any lead blocks in there, Pat, it's he's on his own, and Colfax is just way too fast moving to their left.
That's right. Zimmer's built for speed, and he got stalled up in the back and just couldn't get outside and cut his move like he's usually doing.
So second down and 8. Zimmer in I formation. First time we've seen that today. And there's Cundy, and he's on his feet, driving down, picked up extra yard. He's close to the first down. He did that all on his own.
Yeah, Cundy with a good run. Baggett was there to help block, pancaked one guy, and they got themselves some big yards out of nothing.
Third down now. Scott in, Bays in. Zimmer in the backfield with Bays. There's Bays. He drives forward for looks like the first down, and it is. Picks up a couple. That keeps the drive alive as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, Bays is just running straight into a wall and moving everybody. He really doesn't have the blocking running up the middle, but he's got so much power, he's able to get a couple yards out of it.
There was a good block thrown in there by Johnny Carrillo. He's a junior and on that front line doing an outstanding job on that offensive line there. All right, handoff to Bays again, right side, looking for a block. Still on his feet, still going. And he gets down and stays in bounds down inside the 30-yard line down to about the 28. You can't arm tackle. You can't arm tackle Bays.
No, you got to go for the body.
Yeah.
He just pushes guys over with ease. So much size on him.
As a freshman, Bays bench pressed, I think, like 235 and beat out all of the varsity players as a freshman. There's Zimmer, cuts it outside and no place to go. And he's still getting yardage. He picked up maybe 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he was able to pivot a little bit, and then he got a nice push by one of his offensive linemen to get a lot more than they thought they were going to get out of that. But it does bring up third down.
Third down and about 3.
They've been using a lot of Zimmer on this drive.
Bays and Moronic in the backfield. There's Moronic to the outside. He gets the first down. Great move in there by trainer Moronic. Let's see. Yep, they're going to give him a first down. I think the Falcons were looking for a run up the middle with Bays, and they pitched it to the outside and got that first down. So
some great blocking on the outside by Bear River. Zimmer was in there cutting a guy down, and that got them that first down.
I'll say one thing, Trey Moronic, for a sophomore, he has really impressed me this season and doing an outstanding job today also on defense and offense. There's Cundy, cuts it up, looking for an opening. He's got an opening, still on his feet, down to about the 15-yard line where he stood up.
They're waiting for that run on the outside,
yep.
But they had a hole by the offensive line. He took it, and he got some good yards out of it. They're getting real close.
Nice cut on that. And one thing is that the Bruins are running that clock. It's 7:03 left to go in this ball game. And the Bruins on a drive with the lead, 23-21. Handoff, Zimmer finds a hole, cuts it inside, close to the first down. It'll bring up fourth down.
O'Keefe back there to bring him down before he got into the end zone because he had a lot of
No, they're going to give him a first down on it. One referee signaled a fist for a fourth down, and the umpire, head referee, signals first down, so the Bruins continue this drive. Bear River grinding it out here. Bays again, left side, going to try to cut it up, looking for a spot. Running to the outside, still on his feet, into the end zone. It looks like he's going to be close. He's going to be out of bounds at about the 1. Or the half-yard line.
Right at the half-yard line. Huge blocks by his front line, and he was able to get around there and just keep on pushing through.
Just look at the way that the line came out there on that sweep and gave him those big blocks. So
They've
now
been doing it all day long.
And now the Bruins looking at short yardage for a touchdown. And, he fumbled the ball. Let's see if he got it back. Oh, man, that was close for if you're a Bear River fan.
Big pile on that field. We'll have to see who recovered.
He tried to jump it. And let's see, coming up with the ball.
Falcons pointing their way.
Well, let's see what happened here. Austin Bays on that recovery as the fans over here moan and groan with that one.
Could have been a huge turn of events right
you're
there.
Not kidding. Clock continues to run. And boy, that trying to do a quarterback sneak, lost a yard, and so now it's second down.
Yeah, defensive line got up that. They weren't letting the sneak go through this time.
Austin Bays was the man of the hour right there. Now they hand it to Austin. Goes into the end zone, standing up, brought down in there by number 2, Bliss, but a little too late as the Bruins go up with that touchdown on a great drive down the field. And touchdown Bruins. Wow.
Bays just powered through it, got the touchdown. They have not been able to pull him down in the back. He just keeps dragging people through. He always gets at least a couple yards on each rush.
Yeah, here's the attempt by Bond for the extra point, kicked, and it looks like it's good. And there it is, the score here with 5:25 left. Your Bear River Bruins up 20-21. I'd like to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 championship game on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Port of Subs, with 2 locations in Nevada City and Grass Valley, and Touchdown Productions celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
We're back now as the Bruins take the lead 30-21. My mistake on that. And so there's a pooch kick. It's going to be taken short in there for a fair catch on the 30-yard line, and that'll be number 28, Peter O'Brien. So the Falcons now with 5:25 left in this ball game, trailing by 9 points, have got to put something in motion here as the Bruins defense is still continuing to stifle them.
Falcons have the offense to move down the field, as we saw in the first half.
Exactly. Never a doubt there. Going back to pass, looking. And he's got his man, and he's caught it. Once again, way down the field at the 35-yard line. That is O'Keefe, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, O'Keefe having an amazing game. That's his second huge catch of the half, and it's really keeping the momentum going.
He's got a cramp, it looks like, in his leg. But, boy, what a play on that one. He got behind the safeties, and Bear River was a little late getting there, and that was a great catch. One-handed catch, brought it in. He's got a cramp in his leg, and he'll be have to sit out a play.
What a great job by Hyman, just having patience in the pocket, waiting for the play to open up, and then he's just able to loft it down the field, get that huge catch that they need. Now they're getting into a good field position to get that quick touchdown.
Yeah, for a tight end, he's really put on a aerial reception game here today.
Amazing how fast he is.
Yeah, no kidding. For 225 pounds, senior.
Well, hopefully we'll see him back.
Well, the way he's holding it doesn't look like a cramp. It might be a hamstring. So the Falcons are on the move. There's Ahrens, left side. Oh, no, it's a fake. And running out of bounds, Carpenter runs them out of bounds. And maybe a loss of a couple of yards, about 3-yard loss.
Bear River was ready for that play. Hyman had nowhere to go. He was looking upfield, and he saw nothing but silver helmets.
Well, that great faking that Hyman did was fake me. I had the binoculars on, and I still couldn't catch it.
Got me, too.
Yep. 2nd down and 14. Rolling out the pass. Got a big pass rush, and then coming up and making that stop, Carpenter and Scott on number 28. That is Peter O'Brien. Wow, that's another loss. And timeout's going to be called by Colfax. That's their first timeout of the second half. And with timeout on the field, Bear River up 30-21. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center in Grass Valley. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
We're back now in dangerous territory for the Bruins because the Falcons have converted several long third downs today. See if they put a pass rush on. See if Coach Chiardi, and he's going to throw it downfield, and he's going to, just overthrew his receiver. He had him on a great play there. That was intended for Jake Green again. He's had a whale of a ball game tonight. That'll bring up 4th down with 4:19 left to go here in this ball game. Good secondary coverage in there by Cundy, but he was a little late getting over there, and that ball would have been thrown a little bit shorter. Might have been a touchdown.
That was the pass completion they need. Now they've got the last play of the game coming up.
Well, timeout now going to be called by Bear River. They want to make sure that with a 4th down and long, 14 yards. That hasn't stopped the Falcons all day long with their long conversions. Well, with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Celestial Valley Towing, keeping the commander on the road to bring you the NorCal Game of the Week, and Touchdown Productions celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
Well, here we go. Pat Austin, Marty Mortensen, Gil Dominguez bringing you this exciting. This could be your ball game right here. The championship. The fans are standing up on their feet on the Colfax side. So is Bear River. 4th and long. Let's see. It got any kind of a pass rush. Looking. And he's going to run it. And there's nobody there. He's got to get to the 25. He does. Nobody spied on him. And he's down to what a great play. I think that might have been a design play. Anderson was late getting over, and they had nobody spying on Hyman. And wow, what a big play. He had to get down to the 25. He got down right on the 20-yard line. Wow, what a play.
Yeah, Hyman had all day to sit back there, checked out his wide receivers to maybe get a lucky pass, and then just ran up, got the first down.
I think that was the play. Going back to pass now again, looking out in the flat. What a one-handed catch in there. That was number 23, Garrett O'Keefe. He has just been a ball hog tonight. He's caught everything in his direction. Wow, what a play.
O'Keefe went out, got that hamstring loosened up, gets back in the game, makes a huge catch.
That's 5-yard gain, 3:49 left. All right, Hyman in shotgun formation again. Gonna roll it out. Bays puts the pressure on. Over in the corner, and it's dropped. Oh, my goodness, right in his hands. That was Colton Reeves. He had a touchdown, a 6-point on the board, and he just dropped it. Wow, what a great pass in there by quarterback Ryland Hyman. As he just had that ball right on the money, Pat.
It's tough to drop those when they're right in your hands after such a great pass.
Wow, what an exciting game. 30-21, 3:43 left. Third down now and 5. And now they got Zimmer out in the right. And oh, what a catch! Wow, that's Jake Green again. My, oh my, what a one-handed catch. Beat the secondary on that. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Great pass right on the money. Plenty of time to pass. No pass rush. And the Bruins just couldn't get their hands on it. And Jake Green, the junior wide receiver, 175 pounds, he just reached up there and grabbed that ball. You can't believe it. So here comes the extra point.
Yeah, Green has had a great game. He's really been one of their clutch guys along with O'Keefe today. They have been the ones to keep things going.
So they're going for the extra point here. Let's see, good snap, put down, kick. And that looks like it is no good. My, oh my, I thought that looked pretty good from here, but 3:38 left. We have a 30-27 score, and Falcons have 2 timeouts left. The Bruins have 2. The Bruins take over on this oncoming kickoff, and with timeout on the field, we're reminding you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football on your NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is underwritten tonight by Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Plaza Tire, with 4 locations to serve you in Nevada City, Grass Valley, Penn Valley, and Colfax. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
Well, we're ready for the most important kickoff here. It's going to be an onside kick for more than likely for the Falcons. And let's see what they do. They shift, move it around, and it's going to be a short. And the hands team has got it, and that is Nix. Comes up with a ball. Big reception in there. That ball almost didn't go 10 yards, but it was, wow.
Nix did a great job holding on to that line drive that could have gone either way. That can usually bounce out of your hands.
He was hit pretty hard there, too. Of course, he's a big kid, and just a great player, Trey Nix.
Now you got to wonder what the coach said to this Falcon defense to get them motivated to stop this huge running game by Moronic today.
And there's the handoff to Bays. Cuts it upfield, still on his feet. Picks up about 4 yards on the carry, and it'll be another timeout called by Colfax. And so with timeout on the field, 3:29 left to go in this ball game. Plenty of time for both squads. Bear River 30 and the Falcons 27. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
We're back with Bear River with the ball, second down and about six to go, a little over 6, 3:29. Falcons with one timeout left. If they can get, there's a sweep by Cundy. Cundy continues to move the ball, but swarming defense in there by the Falcons.
Cundy got the ball, weaved through his blockers, got a good amount of yards, but brings up third down. The Falcons just have to keep playing the run as hard as they can. Bear River has been relying on that all day long.
So this last time out of the half here for the Falcons, and we'll check down on the field and look at both squads. Is a first down could pretty much cinch the game for the Bruins. But they'll have third down in about 4. Let's see what play they're going to put in the book here. Jeff Baggett, the coach for the offensive coach, calls the plays for the Bruins. Has got to come up with a big play here. The defensive coach for the Falcons out talking to his squad. And we got a lot of nervous fans in this stands here today. Both great crowds from both Bear River and Colfax. These two small school teams up here for the Division V playoff. Couldn't ask for a more exciting game than this.
This will be the toughest 3 yards of the game to keep this drive going and shut down Colfax for the season.
All right, got Bays in the backfield, and they're going to hand it to Moronic. Moronic carries just short of the first down. Can't stop the clock. I don't know whether it's only got about a little over a yard to go here. It'll bring up fourth down. The clock continues to run.
They've got two options. They can either send Bays up the middle or kick the ball all the way down the field and make the Falcons earn this win today.
So they're going to let the clock run out as they're over there discussing at the sideline. Bear River's got 2 timeouts. But, boy, I don't know. I don't think Bear River wants to give the ball back if the Falcons can stop them. It doesn't want to give it back to them on their side of the field because they saw what happened the last time they did it. Timeout on the field now with 2:38 left, 30-27. 2:38 to go, 30-27. Favor of Bear River. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division V Championship football right here on your NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
This exclusive sports telecast is brought to you by B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center in Grass Valley. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of sports television.
All right, this is your ball game right here. 2:38 left, fourth down and short. Let's see what they do. They hand it to Bays, and Bays goes on over for the first down, 3 yards. What a the offensive line opened up a big hole. Bays followed it through. What an important play that was. The clock continues to run. Colfax was without timeouts, and now all Bear River's got to do is just hold on to the ball, and this game could go down in the record books as what an exciting game here today with 2:23 left and Bruins with the ball with a first down.
Can't get more intense than right now. This is solidified Bear River getting the championship. You can really thank Bays for that.
Handoff, Bays, short, still on his feet. He's brought down in there by number 22. That's, oh boy, Koplaktik. It's hard to pronounce his name. I've struggled with it all season.
First time today they've stopped Bays for no gain. He's been getting 2 to 3 yards on every rush today.
I think all they got to do is keep running it. But the thing is, they got to hold on to it. They're punching the ball, and Bays in key situations, a game against Ripon the ball was knocked out of his arm, but he holds on to it pretty tight. But I think they ought to just take a knee and not try to hand the ball off. No, the Bays again, and he's still on his feet, holds on to the ball, brought down in there again by a nice tackle by number 50, Lajubi. Clock continues to run. 114, 113. Third down. They don't need a first down.
Just got to keep running the clock out here.
They go to the sideline for the play.
There is still the chance for a turnover. The Falcons can't give up. It's 3rd and 8. 50 seconds to
53
go.
seconds to go and counting. Oh, they're going to get a delay of game call, it looks like, or was a timeout call. The clock was running down with 49 seconds. No, they did. Looks like they called a timeout. Whoa. The fans, along with this announcing team, is struggling here with all right, with timeout on the field. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 Championship Football on your NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is underwritten tonight by SPD Markets. The Painter family reminds you to be local and shop local. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local sports television.
Okay.
Are we going to choose a player of the game?
No, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute, hold on. What do you want me to do? Just say it. Okay. All right, we're going to come back and crown a champion here this afternoon as we're all right, the Bruins now with 3rd down long, but that's not their issue to get a first down. They got to keep the clock running with 49 seconds left to go, and there's the handoff to Bays. Bays takes it on his feet, still running. Referee gets in his way, but he's close to the first down. Clock continues to run with 40 seconds, 39 and counting. And so now it's 4th down.
Oh, they called him a couple yards before the first
knee
down
must
marker.
have hit. So it looked like he was very close to that marker. They can let the clock run down. They have no timeouts left. Well, I tell you one thing. You don't want to give Ryland Hyman any time on the clock with the ball.
That's right. Even seconds, so you still get that one opportunity to put down the field, and you've got O'Keefe and Green that can catch the long ball easily.
Well, it looks like the clock continues to run down. Bear River is penalized 5 yards for the delay of game. 2 seconds on the ball on the clock. Bruins up 30-27, and this take a knee here on 4th down, and that'll be your ball game.
Yeah, they'll probably just chuck it down the field, and that will be the game.
No, they didn't have to do that. Just run around and run the clock off, and that'll be the game. Good support by the Falcons fans here today. Bear River fans are over in the across the way yelling and screaming. And he's going to run around. He's continue to run. Now he falls down. The clock sounds. The Bear River Bruins have won this ball game. A championship victory, Division 5. Clock is gone to 0, 30-27, and Mayhem has struck out on the center of the field. Wow, what a ball game. Both teams put on quite a show here tonight.
Even with all the penalties they had called on them, they are still able to just keep traction and keep on pushing. Everything they trained for over the week paid off because they were able to shut down a very potent Colfax offense.
Boy, I tell you, the Colfax fans over here, they lost the game. Their team put up a gallant fight, and they were sitting there clapping for the Bruins as the Bruins win the championship. Tony Martello is denied after 26 years of coaching at Colfax. Is denied his 200th victory, but he'll get that next year with no problem. What an exciting game. So the last time the Bruins won the championship was 2014, and it was against this same Colfax Falcons. And what a game. I can't believe it. I think I'm going to have to go see the cardiologist, I think, on Monday. My heart is really pumping here as both teams put up a great matchup today, and it was you got to hand it to both squads, the Bruins and the Falcons. They played a great game for this Division 5 championship. The fans for Bear River are just as happy as can be, and a lot of celebration for the Bruins and the Colfax Falcons. As they come off the field, they can hold their head high, as they had an excellent season. The fan knows it. The fans all know it. To give them a big hand, and my congratulations, and Touchdown Production congratulates the Colfax Falcons for a game well played.
They played their hearts out. They didn't make many mistakes. They couldn't have asked for a better game. It unfortunately turned into a loss. But 30-27, you can't get much closer, especially when you're down into the last seconds of the game to still have that chance to win. It's a heartbreaker.
All right, there's your final score on the scoreboard, 30-27 in favor of Bear River. We're going down to the sideline for the celebration and the banner. You're watching exclusive coverage of Division 5 championship football on your NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Port of Subs, with 2 locations in Nevada City and Grass Valley, and Touchdown Productions celebrating 20 years of local sports television.
This camera. So we have to line up right here.
Line up right here, let's go. Right here in the middle. Let's go. Let's go. Right here in the middle.
Oh, I'm in the way.
Terry, where's Terry?
Terry, right there. He's coming.
Get Terry and Scott. Let's go.
Terry and Scott, here they come.
Move that net.
Move that net. Here they come. Ow. Here they come.
All right, we're here with the co-players of the game today. Without these these fine ball players here, Austin Bays and Trey Moronic, I tell you, what a game. And I'm getting way too old for this. 31 years of following this team. Cardiac City right here for me, boys. But congratulations. The way you guys grinded it out in the last 3 minutes of the game and you got that first down. Tell me what was going through your mind at that time.
Oh, gosh, the 4th and 1, I mean, the biggest thing I was going through my mind is just don't fumble the ball. Just hold on to it, get through. Even if I don't get the first down, do not fumble the ball. Just don't fumble it. And, I mean, I just powered through. I needed to get what I can get, and I just got the first down. That's all I could do.
So we got a senior, a sophomore, and, boy, I tell you, what a season this has been for this young man here. I'm so proud of this a sophomore who has come along, joined this team, and has done one hell of a job. Congratulations again. You guys got the banner. And Trey, what do you have to say about this game here?
I'm just excited because I know that we all did this for the seniors. We all came here just for the seniors because we knew this could have been their last game. So we're all playing as one unit and one heartbeat now.
So what was your theme song that you guys always yelled every time? All in? Is that what? Yeah, all in.
Marty, what a great game, and congratulations to you guys. Austin, I want to go back to your freshman year. And is this what you were, you're a senior this year, all the things that you've been through to get to this level?
It's overwhelming, really. I mean, freshman year, yeah, I came up and we won that year, but I mean, I came up late, so I wasn't as part of the team as I am this team. I mean, these are the guys I've grown up with all my life since I first moved down here. I mean, these guys I've grown up with. So, I mean, winning that first championship was great. It was awesome. But winning it with these guys is amazing. I mean, Trey's my brother. Luke's my brother. They're all family to me. They're all my second family. So this is amazing.
So as a senior now, and Marty was saying during the broadcast, 4-year varsity starter, you don't know a lot as a freshman. It's all kind of coming at you real fast, and you have that early success. How ironic is it that it was Colfax that same game?
I mean, when we first learned it was Cole, I mean, after the Ripon game, we were all sitting in the locker room. We were checking the score in the Sonora Colfax game. We're like, oh, who's it going to play? Because I've had history. Colfax and Sonora. Beat Colfax the first time and then lost to Sonora in the 2015 second championship. But either way, it was going to be just. I knew I was going to go and play in a team I'd played before, and either way, it was just going to be. awesome. I mean, memory lane, really.
And then, of course, as a senior now, you've gone through 4 years of the program. You've had the shoulder injury, the surgery, the recovery. At what point during that ordeal that you were going through did you think about the season or think about your career?
When I first got the first surgery, it wasn't super such a big thing because I knew I was like, oh, I can come back for this. It probably wasn't going to happen again. But then after I had the surgery and dislocated again against Lincoln, I got a little worried and I was like, okay, it's not gonna hold up like they said it would? Because I mean, you go into surgery and they're telling you, oh, you got a 99% chance it's not going to pop out. So going into that Lincoln game, not thinking it was going to pop out, and I mean, I didn't even wrench it in such like a bad way. It just fell on it weird and it popped out. So I mean, every game, I mean, it's kind of scary going, and this might be your last play just because of this shoulder injury. So I mean, it hasn't affected my career. I mean, I'm always going to play football, whether I'm doing it with my shoulder popped out all the time or whatnot. I'm always going to play. Football is my life. I mean, I couldn't think of not playing football. I mean, it's a part of my life.
And now you got the future standing right here next to you. What do you think, future?
I'm just excited for the next couple of years. I mean, if we have a lot of young players on this team, and just to keep building the program and building it, it's going to be great.
So what's your advice to him? You've been in those shoes as a sophomore.
Oh, gosh. Trey, just don't get full of yourself.
Yeah. I won't.
All right, well, listen, I'll let you guys go celebrate with your teams. We want to talk to the coaches as well. There it is. This is what you play for all season long. The section banner, which will hang now at Bear River this season. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's go talk to the coaches. All right, over here with the athletic director, Dwayne Gansky. Dwayne, you've seen a lot of Bear River Colfax games in your years at Bear River. Where does this one rank up there?
Well, absolutely. Right now, it's number one. Because I can't even remember any of the other ones. I just got to hand it to our coaching staff. I was just telling some of the people, I think this is the best game plan I've ever seen put together against a really quality opponent. Our seniors have never beat Colfax in their football careers, including junior Bruins all the way through freshman, JV, and their varsity careers. So for our coaches to put something together that finally solved the puzzle is just amazing.
And how ironic is both section titles, the last two, come against the Colfax Falcons, got to be the number one rival of the Bear River Bruins.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a rivalry for a lot of years, and we have all the respect in the world. I see our kids knocking them down and then reaching out to pick them up because they got all the respect for their opponent, but. In the end, our guys just made big plays, kept bouncing back, and we're section champions.
All right. I see Coach Logue over here. Let's pan the camera, and we'll come over here to grab Coach Logue, one of my favorite coaches.
How you doing, Gil?
I am so proud of you, Terry, and what a tribute to your whole career. 2 section titles, both against Colfax.
I guess that's pretty sweet. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it against the team you compete against as much as them.
Well, they have the utmost respect for you as a coach and in this program for a long time, and you're going against some Tony Martello, the same amount of years as you.
Without doubt, one of the best offensive coaches in the section. Colfax has a program very similar to ours, a bunch of scrappy kids that work hard. I have nothing but praise for them. Somehow, some way, we outdid them today.
Well, going in after you played them the very first time during the regular season, I thought it was important that you try to keep them off the field.
Well, we did. We had a much better running game today. Our sophomore, Trey Moronic, ran great. Austin Bays ran great. And Josh Zimmer was kind of a little sleeper today, had some nice runs. And Luke managed the game really well. And we played a great second half of defense. And I'm still still in shock.
Well, I don't know if it was shocking or not, but it certainly was a great game. Joining us also right here is Scott Savoy. Scott, another section title, and like we've been saying here all along, comes against Colfax. Where's the irony in that?
It doesn't get any sweeter than that, Gil. Come on now. It just doesn't get any better than that. How about that?
Cupcake. Is this one sweeter than the last one? I mean, the last one was a battle as well.
They're all sweet. All I can say is that, this one, I'm just so proud of these kids. I mean, it's just been, just to think, I'm just 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago against Center, we're battling just to get into the playoffs.
We were talking about that before the game, how it was doubtful whether you were even going to be there.
In overtime, we find a way to win that overtime game. Then we go down and lay it out against Capital Christian. Had a barn burner last week with Ripon, and you just so proud of the kids. I mean,
Our coaching staff, Coach Baggett, Coach Chiardi, Coach Sweeney, and Coach Turner. Did I miss anybody?
Oh, yeah, but Coach Matthias. And we had some other guys, our JV guys, Coach Sullivan and Coach Profumo help out.
And the whole staff.
And let's talk about Sweeney. I mean, here's a guy dedicated pretty much his life to the Junior Bruins, to the Bruins, literally on his deathbed just a couple months ago, and now he's a champion.
Well, we love Dean, and the kids love him too. You know what you get out of Dean Sweeney. He's just a loyal, hardworking guy, and he means a lot to our kids and to our staff. He's a huge piece of us.
And you've been coaching with him for a long time, ever since down at the junior Bruin level.
Yeah, back when my kids were playing. Thank God I don't have to do that anymore. Coach twice a day.
Or 4 games on Saturday.
I'm too old to do 1 a day anymore.
I hear what you're saying. We got 2 games tonight. Of course, the Placer Hillmen are coming up next right here in your Touchdown Productions Network. But right now we are talking with the Bear River Bruins as they are the section champions. Marty, go ahead. Bring them on in.
I'm here with my favorite doctor, principal of Bear River High School, Amy Bessler. Amy, what an exciting day. It's got to be mixed emotions for you because your son plays on Colfax. He was out most of the season this year with an injury. But I sure wouldn't want to be in your shoes. How do you feel here?
I feel amazing. I'm so proud of our team. It's a friendly rivalry. My son's over there on the other side, and all the love and respect to the Falcons. They're a great team, great coaches, great community. But man, I could not be prouder of our team. They have just outperformed at every turn. It's just unbelievable what they've done this season. Just defied the odds the entire time.
So now what's going to happen at school next week, Mrs. Bessler?
We are celebrating. We will definitely have to have some kind of parade. We've got a big rally already planned for Friday. It's really exciting that they get to move on to play a bowl game and maybe all the way towards a state championship. So, one of our core values at Bear River is grit, and I think that perfectly describes this team. They are just the grittiest team I've ever seen. They're just going to make it happen no matter what it takes, and so we're definitely going to do some celebrating these next few days.
Well, I'm going to have a week off, and then the next game. But so, Dr. Bessler, thank you very much. It's been my pleasure knowing you and working with you on the school board and everything else. So, congratulations to Bear River again.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Marty. Great interview there with the principal, Amy Bessler. Had still never met her until today.
Well, I met her because I was on the school board, and so we became best buds. And, of course, me being a Bear River fan all these years, that it's nice to have her as the principal. She's taken over and done an outstanding job. Real proud of her team. But it's too bad that her son, playing for Colfax, they didn't get the win, but she hung in there.
Came up a little short. And, Pat, your very first championship game, your observations?
I couldn't have asked for a better first championship game. It was very impressive how Bear River overcame a lot of hurdles, especially with penalties. They just kept on trying. They got the momentum back. That rushing game just really got them the edge they needed over Colfax.
Yeah, I thought there in the third quarter maybe the momentum was shifting a little bit, and they weren't going to be able to pull it out, Marty. But they did overcome all those things, and what a tremendous rushing attack to keep Colfax off the field.
They certainly, with Bays and Moronic and Zimmer, they really, when they needed the yardage, they got it, and it was most impressive for them to keep the drives alive. But you got to hand it to that Colfax team, that quarterback. Hyman is just one fine quarterback, and he had pinpoint passing, and O'Keefe was making some great catches, a couple of one-handed catches. So that Colfax team has got nothing to hang their hat on, because they played very well, and they deserve everything that they got this year in this PVL.
And of course, if you follow the NorCal Game of the Week, this is the fourth time you've seen Colfax, the fifth time you've seen Bear River. Coming up right after this is the Placer game. That'll be our 8th time seeing Placer this season. And they're going to go up against another PVL team, Center, in probably about an hour and a half right here at Cosumnes Oaks High School. For Marty Mortensen, Pat Austin, I'm Gil Dominguez. Thank you so much for tuning in to Bear River football and Colfax football this year as we present to you the Division V championship game right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Stay tuned. It's Placer and Center coming up right here on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. Good night, everybody.